Hey everybody, it's Aaron, and today we're here with the first episode of my new series. There we go. Sorry about that. This series I like to call My Life as Game Master or Dungeon Master, depending on what you're doing. This episode, or this series, I should say, is a heavy opinion based series that just kind of gives my thoughts on a lot of the stuff that I do uh, as a game master for things like D&D and on my private Pixelmon server here. And so today I figured I would just show you an idea or way of doing kind of a quest system for Minecraft without using any add-ons. You do not need any add-ons at all. I set this up on my Pixelmon server to give these guys something interesting to do and keep them driven. So I've got my saloon, and this is a pretty standard saloon design that I use in pretty much everything. You will notice I am in creative mode. If you don't like that, boo-hoo. I spend more time in creative mode now as I tend to GM or game master when I'm on here most of the time. So anyway, we'll check this out. So as you can see here, you can actually read this. Quest turn-ins. Place book and items in the chest. Use the chest that has your name on it. And as you can see, I've got names for all of my players that are currently on the server. This may not be as effective the larger the server you have. There's any number of ways you can handle that, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. So this is the quest turn-ins. So if we come to the other wall here, you can see this is the quest rewards. After I go through things, I'll place rewards in these chests. This is honor-based, don't be a dick. So this is a rewards chest, and you can tell when I looked at Cass's earlier, I've put rewards in there. Like it says here, this is an honor-based setup. I'm just gonna turn that off because it's driving me nuts. And so yeah, you can only really use this system or the system in this way if you absolutely trust the people you're working with. I mean, I've got shops kind of set up here. You can buy steak for 3 emeralds, which is what I'm using as the currency for this. But so we'll take a look at this here. And so what I did, we'll look at the beefy quest. What I did is I basically just took some books and then I did the publishing thing on them, and I basically just wrote up simple quests. So like beefy solution. The town is in need of some food supplies. Militank and Tauros often drop beef. Please bring me some of it, and I'll pay you. You may keep anything else you pick up. So then on the next page, I've got the quest, exactly what you're being asked to do, and what the rewards are. So really, what the player does, and in this case, so for this quest, we'll pretend that I am my buddy Gabe here. So you go to the chat. They just go to the chest, pick up the book, read the book, find out what to do. You go out, you do it. When you come back, you put quest in there and the reward in there. And so in this case, it then sits basically because I'm running all of this system through me, so it relies on me to show up to get it done. That gives me somewhat of an obligation to show up on a very regular basis, which is fine. You can see I've got all kinds of quests in here. I need to do more, but then when I get on for the day, I come in. The first thing I do is I check all the chests, see that this is in here, take the meat out. Usually I just get rid of the meat or whatever the quest items are. Sometimes I don't, but generally I do. I take this, I open the book up, I read what I get. The reward, 5 emeralds. Well, look at that, I have emeralds on me. And so then I just put the emeralds in the chest, and I don't worry about, they can figure out what quest they did, and I put the book back. So, like I said, now this system works pretty well if you trust people, if you have a small number of people. There are other ways you can do it. There are mods that you could use that implement stores and stuff like that that you could probably make work for this. Um, I know that another way you could possibly handle this is if you're on a very large server and you want to implement something like this, you could always basically set up moderators, people that you trust to handle doing that, to be able to go into creative, produce the stuff, and take care of it on a regular basis. Another thing you could do is set up a specific time that you will be on every day, and that's just when it gets done. Because for me, I've only got a couple people on here. It takes me all of 5 minutes to go through everything. Now, so I've done that. So they've got emeralds. Well, that works well within Minecraft because you can still go and oh, somebody put a new sign up. So you can go and trade it with the villagers. So what I did is to give them something more interesting to spend stuff on and a possible goal, I decided to build a Pokemart. And so that's what this is. And I marked it with this. And so I have literally, it's once again, this is honor based. However, I can check to see, because I know, so here we've got 3 fossils, which I'm sure Nick must have bought the second one, and we got payment. So that worked out really well. So you can see what I've done here. I've got Pokeballs, Great Balls, Ultra Balls. You can buy them for fairly cheap. Same thing here. Random evolutionary stones can be purchased. Potions and super potions, and then diamond blocks, which you can break down into 9 diamonds for something that's middle of the road expensive. And then for really expensive stuff, I thought something that would be really a really good reward, since it's pretty rare to find in the game, is fossil blocks. So I literally just put fossil blocks in here. 3 of them have been bought. They cost 50 emeralds, and so when they buy stuff, they take it out of the chest and they give me the appropriate emeralds. Like I said, I can check the stock and make sure that people are being legit about it. I won't know specifically who did something, but it doesn't take much to guilt trip these guys if I have to. Don't be a dick. So that's kind of the quest-based system that I set up for this, and it's one of the things I did to try and give these guys something interesting to do. Part of what I did with the shop and the fossils is I tried to give them almost like an end game or something to work towards if that's what they want to do. The other thing is emeralds. With the emeralds in here, they can still do things. They can still get emeralds without having to do quests. It's just that they're more uncommon, and that's okay too. So we'll check out some of the other stuff here real quick, and then I'll look at some of the more GM-related things I did. So Nick removed his house. He now lives in there. But yep. So Nick moved. Chris's place is still Chris's place. I don't think that's changed at all. You'll notice the Pokestop that we built is still here. We still have free stuff in here. One of the things related, I guess, that I didn't bring up, related to what I did with the Pokemart and the emeralds here, is I've actually hidden other shops on this server. There's a TM shop and stuff like that, and those places now they can buy stuff with emeralds from as well. And I know that there, like I said, this is a way of doing this without using mods. I know that mods, you can set up mods to do all kinds of crazy stuff for you. Let's take a quick look in Cass's house here, because he's finished it, or almost finished it, or whatever. So we've kind of seen this before. This still goes out to the ravine. This is his library, which he finally, yeah, I think he's finally done with his library. His bedroom, my buddy Nick finally gave him a welcoming, a housewarming gift. Then we go down here, he's got paintings everywhere. His Pokemon room, which he's got all of his stuff set up for. All this random junk. His pantry, which is full of cakes that I put in here. just to mess with him the one day. And then he's got kind of his little crafting room that he likes to do stuff in. So, and he's been working on building this out as well. All right. So back to kind of GMing related things. So the thing that you got to keep in mind if you're going to do something like this for a private server or whatever is that you're doing this for them. You know, don't expect to be gaining anything out of this. You can spend hours doing something and don't expect to gain anything other than giving your friends something entertaining to do. I'm not entirely sure who built these. I put the hats on them. But we now have Guardians on Home Island. So let's check out. So in response to that, I decided to do something to try and help these guys out a little bit more, because leveling can get to be a real pain in the ass after a certain point in this mod. And so I literally, using the new command blocks that you can spawn in, I literally built a training spawner room. And normally Kingler will actually spawn. There he goes. I like to use Kingler because they give a pretty good amount of experience points, and as long as you've got somebody that is strong against them, they're not a huge challenge. And so what I did here is that this is just redstone underneath here. This panel here is a half marble or quartz, or whatever the hell I'm using, quartz pad, and that's what, and it goes to like here, which is where the command block's below there. It just spawns Kingler. On the opposite side here, I did a low level one as well, and that spawns Rattata for those who were wanting to spawn that. This big new building here is Nick's new project. It's a massive farm, as you can see. And that's what he's been spending his time on lately, is it's a massive shared farm for all of us to use. Whoa. So, those are some of the things I've done. This series is really gonna. I'm just gonna talk about kind of how I feel about my philosophy as a DM, a dungeon master for tabletop games that I play a lot. Anything that I do related to game mastery stuff in general, and just kind of give you guys my opinions on it. Because my overall opinion, and I don't have a problem telling you guys this now, my overall opinion as a game master is I'm out to make the players feel cool, give them something interesting to do. A lot of people seem to have a foul mood as a GM, and they really kind of get into the it's me versus them mentality, and I think that that's detrimental in the end. Real quickly here, let's check this out. This is my buddy Gabe's place, who just joined the server. He's building a pirate ship, and there's a big long D&D related story that I will tell on another episode. I also hope to share any entertaining stories that I've got for you guys on this series as well. That is a big Seadra. So, but those are some of the Game Master things I've done on this server. To help players out, give them something interesting to do, to give them motivation. I don't even know if motivation is really the right word, but and as I said, this series I hope to tackle things. I'll probably try to stick to a single topic for each episode and give my philosophy or how I feel about certain things related to this kind of stuff. So if you have any questions or you have a particular topic you think I should check out, feel free to leave a comment below on it, and I will put it into the queue of things to talk about for this series. The series probably won't be a weekly thing, but oh no! And I'm back. I got disconnected from my server, and I'm just wrapping things up. Actually, I think I run my server on a computer that just rebooted as I was on it, and so that's what happened. But cool, I can set my spawn up here. So I'm on my single player world here to finish this video up, but This won't be every week necessarily. If it becomes extremely popular, I'll certainly move it up on the priority list, but certainly semi-regular. But as always, I hope you enjoyed the video. Um, you'll get to see a little bit of my inner workings on this with this series and how I think about things and how I choose to handle particular situations that are thrown at me, because I've had some really weird stuff thrown at me as far as being a game master goes. And uh, yeah, I hope you guys like it. I hope you find it informative. This is a good series if you're interested in getting into being a game master. This will be a good series to watch, because I was there at one point too, where I didn't really know where to begin or how to handle things, and I still get shit thrown at me that I don't know what I'm gonna do about. So, as always, take care of yourselves, and I will see you next time. Bye bye. Wee. Should I just jump? Should I jump? Should I jump? Oh wait. So before I end the episode, since I'm on here, I'll show you the super secret thing I was working on. So check this out. It's a hole in the floor. Boom. That was my secret thing that I was working on. Alright, bye bye.